Long-distance charges may apply.
Hello? When I was a kid, I always played hockey, so I was always tied up in the hockey arenas and I wasn't out getting into much trouble. You know, I got into high school and I wasn't really into playing hockey anymore. I got my first job working at a restaurant. I was doing dishes at Eastside Mario's, and a friend of mine worked there too. He was a little bit older, and some of the waitresses there he started hanging around with, and they were the ones that were doing it. I tried it, and then I started doing it. At house parties, there'd be a group of, 4 or 5 of us that would be doing it, not like sitting in the middle of the party, but, going to the bath. Everybody else is just carrying on drinking and whatnot. Then it would just be like at somebody's house, watching TV in the basement or something, sitting there doing coke. I wouldn't maybe go to school Monday or Tuesday, and then Tuesday night we'd get into it, sleep Tuesday night, so then Wednesday I wouldn't go to school because I'd be sleeping during the day. But I eventually stopped going to school completely when I was doing it every day. I always worked at first. That's the one thing. I always had a job, but then it got to a point where my job wasn't enough money to pay for how much I was doing, right? Well, back then it was like $80 a gram. When we first started, a group of us could get a gram and it would last us all night. But then later on, and you could easily one person do a gram or a gram and a half in a night. Then I personally started selling it myself. That was the only way my drug problem could get as bad as it did. My best friend at school, his older brother was a very well-established drug dealer in town long before we even started doing it. He actually is the one that suggested that we start selling it. The only thing that ever happened dangerous was when I was living with one guy. 6 guys friggin' busted into our apartment and did a home invasion on our apartment. But my roommate was there with his girlfriend, so he actually, he got whomped in the head good. He had a gash on his forehead from getting hit with this pipe that probably could have took 15, 20 stitches, but we just taped it shut. I was tired of constantly being paranoid. Every time lights would drive by my house at night, I thought it was the cops coming. I had gone to the doctors for a couple things. They told me that I'd probably die if I didn't stop. I knew, I had seen the damage that was happening to my nose. After going on a bender for days, your nose is just raw and you don't eat when you're on it, so you get real skinny, you lose a lot of weight, your color changes, you're pale, and you just know, you can see it in yourself that you are sick. But obviously I still had that addiction, so I stopped selling it, so I couldn't do it so much, but I was still, trying to get my life on track, trying to go to school. And then I got the job at the hospital when I was 18. I got settled into a nice apartment. I went out, I got my dog, and I just decided that enough was enough. And it was the point in life where I had to make a decision and either just man up and do the right thing or just fade away and die. I'm confiding in you with the darkest chapter of my life. Everybody's got that option too. So, if you know anybody that has a drug problem or whatever, just know that they can get better. All right, Jessie, well, you have a good day.
Okay, you too. Good talking to you.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Bye.